On Facebook, Instagram, it's your boy Smooth. Um, I'm really like at a point in my life where I done seen so much bullshit that really nothing impresses me, or should I say, nothing really surprises me anymore. I go online occasionally, and from time to time, I post some things that might be out of character or might not relate to everybody's situation in general. But a lot of times, I post stuff on here that has meaning, and it defines what it's like to be a man or a woman in the generation that we're in right now. First and foremost, what we fail to realize, we're not in this alone. You know what I mean? You always got help. There's always somebody that can reach out to you and give you that advice, the encouragement, the uplifting that you need, or inspire you to be what you want to be, whatever your goal is. And I don't think there's enough inspiration coming from this generation. I don't think there's enough leadership coming from this inspiration. This generation of people nowadays is very selfish and very demanding. Their standards are very high, and I sit back and I analyze this from afar, and I say to myself, well, I'm not perfect. You know, I also make mistakes. I feel like there's a lot of things that I can improve with my situation. I mean, I go through my trials and tribulations just like the next person. My deal is, I think there need to be a lot more unification amongst us in general. I mean, you wear Black Lives, you wear a shirt that says Black Lives Matter, and then 2 weeks later, let's just say you get arrested for drugs, or 2 weeks later you get arrested for assault or some type of criminal activity. And I don't really think the representation of the shirt stands for that. And I just think it's not a fashion statement yet. I don't think it's anything that should be taken for granted. So when you represent a shirt like that and you wear it, you're supposed to wear it with the representation and the knowledge of what it stands for, and don't go against the grain. Be genuine. I think I find it hard for a lot of people to be genuine nowadays. Like, who cares if you're not accepted by this group of people, or they don't appreciate your worth? Leave them the fuck alone. Move on. You know what I'm saying? You got your entire life to live. You're worried about what another person thinks or how they feel about you personally or emotionally. Two tears in a bucket. Fuck it. I mean, you could try once, twice, maybe 3 times, but after that, that's it. Like, if you don't feel like you're being appreciated or respected for your worth, and it's just as simple as snapping your fingers or tying your shoelaces, I mean, breeze off. I mean, if that's not what you want, can't nobody force you to do anything you don't want to do. And I think a lot of times people are doing it for attention. Some people are doing it because they're being manipulated. Some people are doing it because they don't know any better. And I mean, all three of those reasons are not good excuses or valid reasons for you to act upon these particular situations the way that you do. And you're not handling them accordingly. You're just pretty much like, sort of like somebody who's just drowning in their sorrow. The problem still exists, and it's sad to see the generation underneath me, and even my generation, from time to time, of people who are so cruel and uneducated, to the sense that they think life is like a movie, like they can get do-overs. There's no do-overs in life, man. Like, you leave the mark. You either set the trend or you leave a mark. And if you leave a mark, let it be a foundation so that the youth could come up with the right direction. There's some type of foundation there, so that will spread leadership, will expand on the knowledge situations in general. Like, I don't think people understand that you can't go out of your way to help those that don't want to be helped. You can't be around people who don't appreciate you being around them. You can't make a situation good if you're still doing bad things. You can't represent something good if you still have negative intentions. I think it's time for people to stop being contradictions and start focusing on the realness. Be genuine with yourself. If you don't want to be genuine with nobody else, at least be genuine with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, swag don't pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? None of that miscellaneous shit, none of that shit pays the bills. You know what I'm saying? We all struggle. We all have our trials and tribulations. Like I said earlier in this video, nobody's perfect except for God. We on his green earth and we're still sacrificing because we have to be tested. We have to know why we're being tested and we have to pass this test. There's no excuses as to why you can't. Everybody wants to point the finger at the white man. Everybody wants to point the finger at the next person standing next to them because they're too inferior or they're afraid to handle their situations head on. Nobody's going to help you nowadays if you're not willing to help yourself. And I think like a lot of the youth, I think they misguided by that because they come from broken families, which I'm disheartened by because unfortunately these people don't see a way out, and that's scary. It's like they got lost in the crowd and no one could pull them out. It's like it gets nerve-wracking, and I don't believe there is an excuse for it, but I do believe there is a possibility for advancement to get out of this financial burden you might be in, or this struggle that you're going through. I always think there's a light at the end of the tunnel, just like there should be a pot of gold at the end of every rainbow in terms of opportunity. You don't have to sell yourself short, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though people may be jealous of you or don't quite understand you or don't see the proactiveness in you because there may be superseding certain areas of your life. Well, everybody goes in different spurts. Just like the same thing with, you know, when it comes to puberty. Everybody goes to their puberty at different stages of their life. So you can't be judgmental on others because of that in certain circumstances unless you really know their whole life story. And in most cases, nobody does, but they assume they do. And I think we're misled by that. And it's a reflection on our culture as well as our women. You know, we sit back, and I know for a fact I'm not going to be a hypocrite now because I'm trying to express the reasons why there's so much turmoil, there's so much confusion, and people are making life more difficult than what it really is. Like, women are precious to us. We gave a rib, the whole 9 yards. We can go through the biblical aspect of this, or we can get straight down to the nitty gritty. The real deal is women want to feel loved. They want to feel appreciated. They want to know that there's financial stability there, not just, oh, he could buy me a Michael Kors bag and take me to an expensive restaurant, or he can wine and dine me and please me for all these materialistic things, but when it comes to common courtesy and characteristics, he lacks this. Communication is at an all-time low, and nobody wants to solve their differences, but everybody wants to be heard. You know what I'm saying? You're not a thought because you work at the strip club, but if that becomes your main source of income and you're not there for your family, then you are. You know what I mean? I mean, it's sad to say there's so many different angles in life that you could approach, no matter what struggle you come from or what hardship you have, to be in a better place. You choose to do that. That's a choice, not an option. Because if it was an option, I wouldn't think a smart individual would want to take that as a number one option. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you have to result to being explicit and showing your body in the nude. You know, I think our black women, just women in general, it's not even narrowed down to race anymore. Like, just women in general, I just think they give up on the thought that there's a good man out there for them. They give up on the fact that there's better opportunity ahead of them. A lot of them aren't content with their self, let alone they're indulging in all the wrong things, and they're not giving themselves to Christ. You know, they don't feel like there's a way out. And it's like I said, it's disheartening because it's just too much potential for you to feel that way. I mean, like I said, we all go to our hardships. You know me for a fact. Y'all know me for a fact on Facebook and Instagram. I vent a lot. Yes, I vent a lot because I'm an emotional bound person. I want to be felt as well as I want to be heard, but I want you to listen and I want you to understand more than anything. And I think people fail to realize, they just think I'm coming on there to rant and just looking for attention, but it's so much more than that. And it's discouraging to see that we feel like we don't have anything to lean on. Then I see a lot of younger brothers, they still caught in the loop that it's cool to be gangsters, it's cool to go back and forth to jail, it's cool to hang out with this bull knowing that he ain't doing nothing good for you, he don't have your best interest, but the money's good. You know what I'm saying? I think you're being triggered by so much the fabrication of the materialistic aspect of it and the publicity, that it's just so overwhelming. At times you get lost in your own emotion, you get lost in the own source of getting to the money, that you forget who the fuck you are in the process of it, and you don't realize that your vibes rub off on other people. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad because it's like, you could do all these great things, my brothers and sisters. You could have the music career, you could have the clothing line, you could have the nice job, the flashy cars, the jewelry, the clothes, and all this other shit that we sometimes praise. But keeping in perspective and retrospect that you are still going to be who you are, and you're destined to work God's plan. He put you here for a reason, and it's not to show your ass out on Facebook and Instagram, because a lot of times I don't care about what you got. I got that shit too. I stay flea. Even on my worst day, I look better than the average person. Not because I'm trying to be better than them, because I feel that way. I am swag. Swag don't make me. You know what I'm saying? I don't wear my burdens and my persona on my sleeve. I might wear my emotions on my sleeve every now and then, but I don't wear my persona. My character is way bigger than what I'm presenting to you in this video. My demeanor is way bigger and way longer and stronger than what I've been presenting to you people. Like, and I don't have to be on the front cover of every fucking YouTube video or in every Instagram 50-second clip video, or every 15 seconds you in an Instagram clip. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. Like, or you got to show me this, or you hugged up with this person or a family member or your kids or whatever, and also like that. And that's what I mean. But it gets corny after a while, and times I don't even want to see that shit, because there's nothing behind it. It's just what I see. You know what I'm saying? Explain your pictures. You know what I'm saying? Explain who you are. Give people a real insight. And then, like, for those out there that just frauding, like, yo, stop frauding. Who you frauding for? Like, I mean, you don't gotta impress me, brother. You don't gotta impress me, sister. Impress the next person. You know, and like, a lot of women think they could just show some ass and some tits, and niggas is supposed to be like impressed by that. Like, what they fail to realize is, for every bitch that thinks she look good, there's one out there that look better than her. For every girl out there that feel like she better than that bitch, there's another bitch out there that better than yours. So don't compete with other bitches. Don't even compete with yourself. Give yourself to Christ. Give yourself to devotion. Let that be your light. Let that be your form of attention. You don't have to show ass and tits and wear a certain outfit to get that. That doesn't make you less or more of a woman. If anything, it dehumanizes your character, and it gives people the impression that you are a thought or a hoe or a whore. So if you're not that, and these words should not offend you, because they say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. So stop being a fucking statistic to it. You know what I'm saying? So you got a nice ass, some tits. Can you clean? Can you cook? Are you honest? Are you devoted? Are you loyal? Do you got any side niggas? Do you still listen to hip hop? What type of clothes do you wear? How do you carry yourself in public? That's what I'm more concerned with. How do we rock when we're around family members? You adjust in certain atmospheres accordingly, like a professional woman should, like a diva should. If you my nigga and you a real ride or die nigga, are you really gonna be there for me if I lose my job, my nigga? Are you really gonna hold me down and give me a place to stay and food to eat? How long is that shit really gonna last? Because I got family members that won't even really be there for me like that. And I'm just keeping it in the being. You'll see how long that shit lasts when they realize that you really down and out and you gotta be on their crutch for a while. They gonna get sick and tired of that shit. Then you gonna see how family and friends really are. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you're your best friend besides the men upstairs. You know what I'm saying? Your direction in life is just as big as your fucking desire. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you feel you're destined to do, then chase that your destiny. Go after your goals. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody on YouTube and these what I call popcorn rappers, you know what I'm saying, influence you to be different or think differently. Look, we got a president that's going to get elected into office who 9 times out of 10 is going to cause more turmoil and less progression. We need infrastructure. We need to be built up. We need our infrastructure to be built up. We need to be jobs available on site. so that the white man's not complaining about crime, but yet the opportunity is low. You know what I'm saying? You make it so difficult to us where we're more focused on paying back loans, but we still can't even get a job. You know what I'm saying? And then they worried about why people are getting smoked and people are on drugs and shit every day, because it's the system that is implementing on our failure. It's not the cause of it, but they're implementing on it. They're giving you but little space. They're giving you but so much space to correct any problem or to adjust to the problems, but they're not giving you the keys, you know what I'm saying, to open these doors, to get away and close the door on the problem so that you can go focus on something bigger and better. You know what I'm saying? What is it that we're destined to do? You know what I'm saying? If there's something that I need to learn, teach me. Don't put me down. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not approaching the situation right in this video, make a better one. Give me something to look forward to. Don't make it a competition. I'm not in competition with nobody. I could care less about anybody, not even my favorite rapper's favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned, I'm the flyest nigga in the world. Just like everybody else gonna think. So I don't need to see that shit. Prove it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of sucker for ass niggas out there. A lot of sucker for love ass niggas. A lot of coward ass niggas that do sneaky shit because they can't do that shit straight up front. You know what I'm saying? I never hid behind the closed doors. I never claimed to be bigger or tougher or better than anybody. No matter what my character looked like when I was under the influence or there was a position in my life where I was in hardship and I had to rely on somebody, but I never took it for granted. I've always been a solid dude, and I don't seem like, or it doesn't feel like a lot of people are still that way. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that same intuition that I have. You know what I'm saying? You want all this good shit, but you're not doing anything for it. You know what I'm saying? You making it look good, but it's not selling. You know what I'm saying? You giving off that image, but it's not real. It's a facade. You know what I'm saying? And if that's what you claim to do and that's what makes you happy, then you know what? More to it. But the reality of this long ass video is, you know what I'm saying? Stop being a sucker to the system. You know what I'm saying? Start uplifting. Start checking for real niggas like me. Clicking like and sending comments on my shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with nothing else. It's about just being real. You know what I'm saying? Because you could take time out to do all this unnecessary bullshit, but you can't take time out to listen to the real. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, when you see me, don't dap me. Don't even acknowledge me if you're not going to be 100. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? I support my niggas. Live out loud. We on the rise. Squad up. You know what I'm saying? We mobbing every day for the right reasons. You know what I'm saying? We all about success and leadership. And I'm sorry to say, but I'm a New York born, raised and born in New York, and I'm like disheartened by it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm seeing so much potential in other places, and it's sad. Like, we used to be the cream of the crop. We used to be number one. We're not really number one no more. I still bang with New York because that's where I was born and raised, but we're not really number one like that. You feel me? Like, and it's sad because all of this and all of this and all of this and all the bling bling and the tattoo, everybody up now. Everybody, so where all the lame niggas then? You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't real. You know what I'm saying? People ain't as real as they say they are. You know what I'm saying? Show me, prove me. You want to impress me, drown a fish, nigga, like Fab said. Let me see you drown a fish, nigga. Let me see you jump up in the sky and get stuck, nigga. What's up? You know what I mean? Prove it. Live by your word. Stand by it. Honor it. Be loyal to those who are loyal to you. Respect. To give respect. To earn, you have to give it. It's not giving it to you. You got to earn it. Put yourself in that position. Now think about that for a second. Give back, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not about us anymore. This situation is bigger than this, man. You know what I mean? It's bigger than this. It's bigger than money. It's bigger than all that shit. It's bigger than relationships. It's bigger than all that shit. All the problems that y'all having, and you see when I see people post things about relationships and about other people and their problems, I'm saying to myself, we all got them. And you know what? If we will all put our problems on a big table, everybody in the world was to put their problems on a big table, And was it be like, okay, who's got the worst problems? You'll be the first one to pick yours back up because you'll realize that your problems aren't as bad as you thought they were. They really weren't that bad. They aren't as bad as the other people's problems that was on the table. You be the first one to pick your shit up that bad because you be like, damn, my shit ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? We don't look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? Or like, you know, commit all these crimes and we hurt one another, and we steal from one another, and we put each other down. We've been doing that from day one, and then we wonder why we don't got nothing to look forward to. We living in the environment says we live in, and we make our situations like this. We make our situations like this. How long have niggas been wearing their pants off their ass? And we've been telling niggas like, yo, that shit ain't cool no more. That's the Tupac era. Grow up, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's doing that. And women that are respecting niggas like this, these are the thoughts. These are the ones that we should be trying to encourage and enlighten, because they're lost out here. You know what I'm saying? None of these bitches, even when I was single, none of these bitches impressed me. I'm very grateful and I'm very happy to have the girlfriend that I have now, because she's in my corner. She's loyal. She's a real woman. She's a real diva. I don't have to tell her 101 times a day. She knows my intention. She knows my heart. She knows my soul. She knows I love her. She knows I'm there for her. She's a real diva. And shout out to all the other divas out there that are in relationships and got real niggas in their life. You know what I'm saying? We need more like y'all, because it's lost. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about no Drake, Meat Mill beef. I got bigger fish to fry. I'm out here trying to keep myself from being in debt, my nigga. Not worried about what these niggas is doing on the radio. Get your priorities together, y'all. Me on Facebook talking about bullshit. Niggas be corny and thinking they fly. Real rap. And then when some real fly niggas run up on them, or some real gangster niggas run up on them, all that tough talking and all that, I thought I was the flyest nigga, shit going out the window. Niggas ain't even trying to hear that no more. What your pockets look like, bro? Anybody could rent a fly car or stand in front of somebody else's car. Anybody could fucking hang out with gangsters and say they're gangsters. You know what I'm saying? Anybody could do coward shit like pull out a knife or jump somebody or shoot somebody or sucker punch somebody. Anybody could do sucker shit. Let me see you do some real shit. Let me see you do some thorough shit. Niggas always talking about shit like that, or take pictures with their kids and don't be there for their kids. It's just for attention, to give people the impression that they there for their kids. You probably don't even care about the nigga that you was in the picture with. That probably wasn't even your son. You know what I'm saying? For those that are there for their kids and that are real fathers, I respect you. I respect you. I salute the real fathers. I salute the real mothers. But all these deadbeat dads, fuck y'all. All these deadbeat women out here, baby mothers, fuck y'all. All the real ones, I salute y'all. Everybody else can get a cold fucking shotgun, my nigga. I don't give a fuck about none of that bullshit, or what type of bag this bitch is wearing, or what type of shoes she got on her feet. Can she speak proper English? What her tax return money looking like next year? You know what I'm saying? Fuck all the bullshit. If you don't have pussy, you don't know what it felt like. It ain't too much different than the other bitch pussy said. It might look a little different, shaped a little different, same way they judge us. We don't give a fuck about that. Where's the love? Where's your heart at? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can't fix their insecurities, so love them for who the fuck they are, and stop all this bullshit like you so perfect. If I make you imperfect. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like it. This shit corny to me, man. It's real fucking corny to me, and I get mad. Now I'm really getting in my bag, because I'm feeling like a lot of people are just taking shit for granted, yo. And niggas out here that's really trying to be better and better in life and get to this money for real, and take care of their family and be there for those who've been there for them, are having a real fucking hard time doing it, because there's a lot of fucked up people in the world that's keeping us in the background. Now we going so hard to try to eliminate the process, jumping over high hurdles and going through obstacles and shit to get where the fuck we gotta go. And there's some turd nigga you see on the news tomorrow or the same day that's giving a whole new different outlook on life. We taking care of people in other countries, and we can't even handle our problems in our own fucking country. We need to worry about home base first. Fuck what's going on in other countries, because I'm telling you like this. You go to their John, and they don't treat you the same fucking way. They can't wait for you to fucking leave, and you just visiting. They come over here, won't adapt to American culture, and talk down to us like we ain't shit. Do your math. Do your research, yo. Like, shit is drawn. Niggas don't even dig, like, they don't even dig what's going on. They just don't even dig it, yo. just don't. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just gonna leave it like that. You know what I'm saying? For all my positive people, keep doing positive things. For all my negative people, I pray for y'all, and I hope that one day y'all see the light. You know what I'm saying? And on that note, I love everybody. This is not directed towards nobody in general. This is me venting randomly again, but this time on a video clip. And I wish everybody a blessed and successful day. Remember to keep God first. All right? You know, and happy Monday, man. Peace, man.